Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's SCORE Fairfield County's live webinar on Google Keyword Planning for SEO. I'm Alan Rosenberg, the webinar coordinator and a business mentor here at SCORE Fairfield County. I'll be your host. Our presenter today is Bob Zukowski. More on Bob in a minute. First, some brief information on SCORE. With over 300 offices and 10,000 volunteers nationally, SCORE started in the mid-60s as part of the SBA. At SCORE Fairfield County, we have over 130 volunteers with a wide range of industry, process, and subject matter expertise. We offer 3 primary value-added services to small business owners. One-on-one counseling, that's face-to-face, phone, email, or Zoom, educational workshops and webinars, as we're conducting today, and extensive resources on our website, including a network of subject matter experts at your disposal. Our next webinar is at 12 noon on Tuesday, June 2nd, when Mark Halpert will present what you absolutely, positively have to be doing on LinkedIn right now. Look for the specifics on our fairfieldcounty.score.org website. And for free counseling, go to the SCORE website and click on Request a Mentor. And just as a sidebar, with the coronavirus affecting all businesses and everyone's lifestyle today, if you go to our website, there is a button for Coronavirus Small Business Resource Hub. And if you go there, SCORE can offer some help to small businesses to help you recover and get you through these trying times. Some useful information about today's event. We have set aside time for questions and answers at the end of the presentation. If you have a question, please use the chat window at any time during the presentation. It's located as part of your screen. Our webinar will end sharply at 1 p.m. to respect your time. The session is being recorded, and a link to the recording will be available at fairfieldcounty.score.org within the next couple of days. And now on our speaker. Bob Zukowski has been involved in marketing and strategic planning for over 26 years. His career ranged from large corporations to his own startups. Over the past 12 years, Bob has been a hands-on entrepreneur involved with 3 startup companies, all of which were driven by various tactics available in the digital marketing arena. So now I will turn it over to Bob. Bob, it's all yours.
Thank you, Alan. Appreciate that. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for coming to the webinar today. We're going to kind of step through the slides. As Alan said, if you have some questions, please don't hesitate to type them into the chat window, and I'll try and address them as we go. If not, I will leave time at the end so that I can answer them at that time. Okay, so let's get started here. So just as an introduction, you know, the entrepreneurial process in a very simple way, phase 1, you know, you come up with an idea. You got that light bulb moment. I've got an idea. I think I can make some money at it. And then you have to start to put some hard thinking into, okay, so I've got a great idea, but how am I going to market this idea in my company? So on comes digital marketing, okay? For the last, 20 years or so, digital marketing has evolved in a number of ways. You know, we throw around the term SEO, search engine optimization, and there's an enormous amount that makes up search engine optimization in all of digital marketing. You could put all of social media in there. You could put all sorts, as Alan mentioned, the you know, what you should be doing on LinkedIn. Okay, LinkedIn is also one of those types of environments where you can not necessarily promote your product, but promote your ideas. So you go through and you create a marketing strategy using digital marketing. Hopefully, this is what happens to your sales. But you know, sometimes this happens, and it's not the end. There are ways, and that's kind of what we're going to talk about today, is how we utilize keywords in our marketing strategy. So back when Google was started, I can think of these two guys, and Google started in a garage somewhere, and they're sitting around and they're thinking, you know what? Why don't we make the entire marketing process go through this little search bar? Right? Let's make everybody go there. You know, I kind of look at it as, you know, you could expand that little window and you could look at all the companies virtually in the world and what they sell. So that is where, primarily in the digital world, where marketing starts. So what's a keyword? A keyword are words or phrases that are used to match your product or service with the terms your customers are searching for. So, you know, we've all got cell phones. People, you pull out your cell phone, you want to find something, you type it into the search bar, up comes a couple million results. But the only ones that count are the ones on the first page, either the ads or the organic results. So we're going to talk today about how you get on that first page in organic, and what it might take to get on the first page, or how you get served up for a paid search. So I see keywords, and let me just share with you briefly a little bit of my background, because I'm going to use some of my own personal business as an example as I go through this. Okay, I always saw keywords as a fuel to drive SEO, to drive money in my business. You may hear sirens. I'm not in trouble. I live on a main street here in Milford, so that happens from time to time. So I own a mattress manufacturing company, right? And we sell mattresses and we sell pillows. And I'm going to talk about that as an example as I kind of go through this. But the way I see keywords, they drive the SEO. When somebody's looking for a pillow or a mattress or a mattress topper, I've got to figure out what they're going to type into their search bar and how they're going to find me. So that's sort of my frame of reference for today's presentation. So keywords, there's a keyword process, okay? You just don't say, okay, well, let's just put the word mattress in and see what happens. There's a whole series of steps that have to be accomplished in the keyword process. So, and I start out with, you know, look at your company, okay? What is your competitive strategic advantage? Right, and I'm going to drill down into this in another slide a little bit. But in my opinion, every company has to have, whether they're a local company in a town or they're selling across the country or across the globe, you have to have an understanding of what your competitive strategic advantage is. Why should the customer buy from you? What makes you better? What makes them want to click on your ad or on your organic result? Okay? So keep in mind the context of you're trying to have an end game here, and the end game is you got to be better than the rest of the competition. Okay, so we're going to talk about how do we plan for the future. How do we plan and create the ultimate goal? What do we want from our engagement on the internet with keywords? Okay, there is a goal, there is an end game, and it's unique to every different business. Then we get into research. Okay, how do we research? How do we find keywords? How do we know what keywords are good, what keywords are bad? Maybe what our competition is using for keywords. We're going to take a look at some of the tools that are available. There are free and there are paid. Okay, I'm going to focus on the free today. There are paid services out there that you can use, but let's focus on the free for today. And that's basically Google, okay? But you have to do the research. The research is significant in being successful. There's an implementation plan, okay? So we've found our keywords. This is what we want to focus on. We think it's better than our competition. So now we have to implement it into the website. So we build the website content around the keywords, okay? And I'm going to show you a tool that I use to tell me whether I'm on the mark or off the mark, because Google has certain rules. You can't just type in 50 times into your landing page the keywords and say, wow, I've got lots of keywords in my content, so people ought to show up. Google got smart to that. Okay, so there's a certain concentration of keywords on a page that you should be aware of. And how do you know? Are you too high in concentration or too low in concentration? We're going to look at a whole page of metrics that will help with the implementation of keywords into your website. Analytics, okay? Really simple. You can't fix it if you don't know you have a problem. Okay? So analytics are critical. Okay, is it working? Particularly if you're spending money on ads. Right? Are your ads being effective? What is, and this is the other key part of digital marketing that in my mind is absolutely critical to success. What is your ROI? Okay? What is your return on investment on the amount of money that you're putting into digital marketing, and what are you getting out of it? Okay, it's a very simple business concept, but a lot of times people don't go through the analysis, this process, to make sure that they're getting the most bang for their buck. Okay, and analytics are so sophisticated nowadays that you can literally watch where people go on your website in real time. Kind of like watching grass grow, but it can be done. So analytics need to be set up. You need to set up the the codes within your website so that Google is following it. Set them up on pages, set them up on, there's all sorts of ways to do that. That's not the intent of our presentation today. Analytics is a whole separate subject. That's a whole separate presentation, but you need to know what you're doing in terms of if you're spending money and where are you on even if you're not spending money, are you ranking for organic search? Okay. Repeat. Okay. This is kind of simple. Repeat. You do this over and over again. Okay. If it's not working, fix it. Compare two different campaigns, 2 different pages for the same product, maybe a different set of keywords. See which ones are working better. Okay. So just a quick question came up. Can I explain what a landing page is? Certainly. Okay. So you have a website. A website has multiple pages. So, for example, I sell a product called a body pillow, and I know these are, I hope these examples are good for you. I have a body pillow. Okay, so the way I make a body pillow is different than anybody else. That's my strategic advantage. Okay, I make a body pillow that has 2 different densities in it, one for your legs, one for your head. So I create a page on my website specific for body pillows. Okay, when I create the keywords for people who are searching for body pillows, I want them to end up on my body pillow page. Now, sometimes I'll create 2 different pages for a body pillow, try different keywords. Those pages on my website are called landing pages. Okay, they're also called SERPs, search engine results pages, but I'll show you that in a second. But a landing page is where you're putting content on your website, you're optimizing your keywords, and you're driving people into that page, in my case, for a body pillow. Okay, I'm not driving them to my home page, because if somebody searches for a body pillow, I don't want them on my home page, because now they have to navigate through my site. I want them to land directly on my body pillow page and then tell them exactly what they need to know about my product. Okay, hopefully that helps. But we're going to talk a little bit more about landing pages and SERPs, SERP as we go. Okay, so let's go through this process. Strategic competitive advantage. What do I mean by that? Okay. Your company makes a product or sells a service. How do you leverage what you do differently for the long term? You can't simply do it for a week or a month or a year. You have to have long-term goals, long-term leverage on how you bring that product or service to the consumers. You can do that with technology, okay? Technology on the internet, or you can do that with product technology, okay? 2 examples. Internet technology. You may be familiar with, if not, I'll give you a brief description, a company called Warby Parker. Started several years ago. They sell eyeglasses, right? All sorts of different styles. On their internet, on their website, you can go on and you can try on those glasses. Your computer takes a picture of your screen, of your face. You pick the glasses, the internet puts the website puts the glasses on you, and you can see what you look like. Fabulous technology. Okay. Product. Okay. Product. Amazon started with books, started selling books. Their long-term leverage was to keep introducing product after product after product. Now you can find almost anything on Amazon. Okay. So those are the technology examples that I think you have to consider. Is there something special within my website that will get people's attention? Do I have product that will continue to expand and grow? Intellectual property. Do you have a patent? Do you have something that's patentable? Do you have a secret sauce? Okay, kind of like the Coca-Cola formula or the Pepsi formula. Okay, do you have intellectual property that you can protect, that you can leverage for the long term? If you can get a patent on your product or process, okay, you get that patent 20 years, okay, you can then leverage that technology. Product development, okay, you can't have just one product and hope that it sustains you for 20 years. What's the next generation? What's the next development? Okay, how do you keep bringing more value to your customers? Cost structure. Are you the lowest cost? Can you beat your competition on cost? Okay. Can you sustain that? Are you making enough money? Okay. Do you have a manufacturing technology that allows you to produce a product at a lower cost? Okay. cost structure is a tough one, only because if you can do it, somebody else may be able to do it. So I wouldn't put all my eggs in the cost structure basket, but I would certainly be able to compete. And talent, right? Do you have people within your organization who are the smartest in the field? Right? The talent is something that that sometimes gets overlooked. Okay? You may own the company, and you may be the smartest one in the company in terms of the technology or the product or the service. But for the long term, maybe there's someone else who can come in who you can either train or hire talent to bring new product to the market. So that's competitive strategic advantage. Okay, keyword attributes. Okay, this is not part of the keyword process, but I wanted to sort of define what are the attributes of keywords and why we use them. Okay, keywords have to be relevant. Okay, how does the keyword phrase represent your product or service? So you type in to the search bar something that you're looking for, and something comes up that is not even closely related to what you're looking for. It's irrelevant. It's not relevant. Okay, so when you start thinking about keywords, when people land someplace, the information within the first few seconds has to be relevant. And many times it's in that little slug that you see on Google that describes your company, your product, your service, whatever comes up, that's the first thing they're looking at. Now, if you're relevant, now they'll click into your website. Search volume, right? All sorts of keywords out there, but is there enough volume to sustain the business? Okay? Is there enough search volume to make it worthwhile? And we're going to look at how you kind of determine that in some of the examples that I'm going to show you, because I'm going to literally take you into the internet and show you that. And competition, okay? What are you competing for? You know, keywords are very, very competitive. You know, so how long and or how much money do you have to spend to rank against your competition? Now, ranking, by that I mean, are you going to get served up as an ad, or are you going to get served up? And I mean served up, Google's going to put you on the first page against your competition, right? So we sell pillows. And you'll see in later on in the presentation, we sell a latex pillow. Okay, it's very unique, comes in different densities. We used and leveraged the keywords within that our competition wasn't using. And we're not trying to compete against pillows. You type in pillows, you know, who's going to come up? You know, My Pillow. Okay, I don't want to compete against him. I want to find the niche. Okay, I want to niche the market and find where I'm the bigger fish in the small pond. Okay, I don't want to be the little fish in the big pond because I can't compete. He's got lots and lots of money to throw at digital marketing. Right, I need to carve out my little space, and that's how keywords can do that. Okay, so you have to have a goal. Okay, this is, you know, plan the outcome. What's your goal? Is it to gather more email addresses? Okay, are you going to focus on email marketing in your business? Are you going to suggest that people call your store if you have a physical location? Okay, do you want them to call you to talk to you? Are you going to drive people into the retail store? Okay. Are you going to motivate them somehow? Okay, one of the incentives in economics is you have to give people, or one of the characteristics of economics is incentivizing people to come to your store. Okay, what are you going to give them? What are you going to make them want to come to your store? Are you going to try and educate consumers about your product or service? Is that the goal? You're going to sell online. Okay, this is a tough one because a lot of people sell online. You're selling a product, most likely you're going to be bumping up against Amazon or eBay. So this is where the research comes in to niche that market, so you're being seen and not them. Or are you trying to set up a meeting? Are you offering a consulting service? And you want to set up a meeting? You know, in today's environment, maybe that's a Zoom meeting. Right? So these are some of the goals. Again, these are just there to make you think about your company, about your product and service. There's probably many more, but these are sort of a good example of what's the end game. What are you trying to get people to do? Let's drill down here a little bit. I want to give you an example. Okay, you have to have a specific objective. What's going to motivate your potential customer? What action do you want them to take when they get there? Okay? What do you want them to do? You want to buy? You want them to make, put their email address in? And how are you going to measure success? Okay? What is the key performance indicator that will say, I've got it, I've done it, or I'm not there yet, I need to modify either the keywords or the content on my website. So let's use SCORE as a quick example. Okay, what does SCORE do? The business objective of SCORE, right, is to increase workshop attendance. Okay, we've got, I don't know, what do we got? 84 people here today. Okay, so our goal, SCORE's goal, is to increase that workshop attendance. That's our objective. What's the customer motivation? Why? Why would you show up here today? Okay. Well, to learn a new business skill. Okay? We're offering this. This is the motivation that we're offering you to come here. What do we want you to do? Okay. We want you to attend more workshops. We want you to become a client of SCORE. As Alan mentioned, there is an enormous amount of talent in SCORE. Okay. And what's the KPI? The key performance indicator? Okay. It's increase the number of attendees and mentoring sessions. Okay. This is a not-for-profit. Okay. The counselors don't make money, but we're here as part of the SBA to mentor people, to grow the economy. Okay. That's really what, grow the local economy is really what SCORE is about. So these are very specific: the objective, the motivation, the action, and how are we going to measure it? All right, let's talk about the research. Okay. How do we find keywords? How do we find what we think is going to be the right set of keywords or phrases that are going to work for our business? Okay. You have to think like your customer. You have to get into that customer's head. What are they going to type in that search bar? Okay. Kind of jumped ahead there. What are they going to type into that search bar? Okay. Think about specific words and phrases. Okay. Keywords are better utilized as a phrase, not as a word. Words are tough to rank for, and I'll share a thought on that as well. Always keep in mind the details of your demographic. Okay, who are you marketing to, and what are they thinking? Is it a younger audience? Is it an older audience? Is it an income level? Is it a geography? Think about the demographic. And there are so many characteristics to demographics that they're almost hard to list. Okay. Quality, not quantity. Okay. You want quality hits. You want your keywords to drive quality hits. This is what we're talking about: relevance. Okay. I want to be relevant to that search term. Okay. So I want higher conversion rates. I can drive a ton of quantity, but I'm only converting at a very low rate. I want quality people to hit my website. So broad market keywords, very competitive. I'll give you an example: difficult to rank for, waste a lot of your time. Used cars. Type used cars into a search bar sometime, okay? You get bazillions of results, okay? Mostly paid ads. Long tail keywords, very focused, okay? So if on your website you have a long tail keyword in your content, okay? Very focused, less competitive, shorter time to rank, okay? Very critical. Used car, used Honda Accord in Milford, Connecticut, okay? Very focused, geographical. It's gonna work for your business in Milford, Connecticut, or around Milford, Connecticut. That's gonna drive a quality hit. Used cars will drive a lot of quantity, and you won't rank. Okay. So, keyword research. Brainstorm with others. You can't do this in a vacuum, okay? You got to talk to other people about this. What I did was I created an Excel spreadsheet, preferably within the demographic associated with your product. Start with 10 to 20 keywords or phrases, okay? You start with the Google search bar, okay? There's a Google search bar, okay? Again, I'm going to use SCORE as an example, okay? I typed in my goal was to type in business mentoring, okay, or business mentor. I started typing, this is what Google served up to me, okay? Business mentor in Fairfield County, Connecticut. Google knows where I am, knows where my computer sits. This is a search term that is being used, okay? Business mentor New York, business mentorship, okay? So it's already telling me what people are searching for, okay? And all I got to do is start typing in the search bar, okay? Example, how to start a business, okay? It's a very broad term, very broad term. So for SCORE, okay, when I type that in, here's the search results on page 1, okay? SBA, entrepreneur, the balance, okay? None of this shows SCORE Fairfield County. Here's the bottom half of that page. Shopify, Forbes, okay? Inc. Magazine, Business Plans, Business USA. We're not ranking, okay? Not ranking at all, okay? Here's 2 more paid ads, okay? But let's change that. Let's say, how to start a business in Fairfield County, Connecticut. Who shows up first? fairfieldcounty.score.org. That is how you rank, okay? Long tail, keyword, very specific, okay? So let's try a couple, okay? I'm gonna take you to the Google Keyword Planner and Google Trends, okay? So bear with me as I get out of this. Okay, so let me just minimize my presentation. Okay, and I'm going to go over here to Google Keyword Planner, okay? Let's make sure I'm resume share. Okay. Can you see my Google Ads Keyword Planner? No. Okay. So share new. Here we go. Share that. Okay. So you should see it now. Okay. Okay. See it now? All right. I am sharing my screen. Okay. Very good. So Google Keyword Planner. So discover new keywords and get search volume and forecast. So let's start with discover new keywords. Okay. So we're going to click in here and I'm going to use, you know, I just kind of thought of these things last evening, you know, with the coronavirus and all that. I like Italian food. okay? And let's say I own, or you own, an Italian, a restaurant that delivers food, and I want Italian delivery. So this is the keyword that we're gonna look for, okay? So let's get results. Okay, so up comes, okay, here's my keyword, Italian delivery, okay? It's searched, oh, let me change this. Now, up here, okay, see locations, English, Google, okay, last 12 months. I want to change this, okay, because I'm not going to sell Italian delivery to people in Nevada. I'm going to change this to Fairfield County. Here it is, Fairfield County, Connecticut, okay? And I'm going to turn off the United States. So here we are. I'm only going to sell in Fairfield County, Connecticut. So on a monthly basis, Italian delivery, if I'm going to use those keywords, they're searched on average between 10 and 100 times per month. Fairly low competition, okay? If I were to pay for it, okay, and I wanted to be in the top of page bid low range, I would pay somewhere about $1.06 every time somebody clicked on my website. Top, it's going to cost me $3.87, but that's not really the point of our conversation today. These are all the keywords that Google is suggesting that you might consider for your website. Now, we're not going to go through them all, of course. There are 376 suggested keywords that you might want to look at, okay? So some are ranked high, highly competitive. Some are ranked low, okay? So here we are. Here are some of the low ones. You even have some that are specific. Fast Italian food near me, okay? Best Italian near me delivery. So these are the types of keywords that people are searching for. Italian takeout, okay? So if you use this in your content on your website, you can probably expect somewhere between 10 and 100 hits on your website per month, okay? It's low competitive. It might be one to try. So maybe you try one page, and back to your question, who was it? Angela. No, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter. So you use these keywords. You have one page with Italian takeout, one with Italian delivery, put them both up, see which one of those gets the response, gets the higher response, okay? So that's one way to look at. Question, do you need a separate Google Ads account? No, you need a Google email account, and then you have access to all of this stuff. You can then go in, you can access all of this through your Google email account. There's no, there's nothing additional needed, and it's all free, okay? Why use both Italian delivery and Italian takeout? Because those are the things that people are searching for, okay? If you try one against the other, certainly we call this an A/B test, you may find that Italian delivery gets less clicks than Italian takeout. So as you start to get results, maybe you want to turn off the Italian delivery and focus on Italian takeout, okay? Okay, so I gotta keep moving along here. So I want to go to Google Trends, okay? Now, Google Trends, we're going to try two things, okay? We're going to try Italian delivery, okay? Okay, so up comes, this is a trend, Okay, this is what has been happening in the last year, okay, for Italian delivery. Okay, now this is in the United States, by the way. Okay, so this is, we're looking at trends across our geography. Now, you can see that out here, okay, huge jump, okay, but let's compare that to fast food delivery. Let's say you're an Italian deli, okay, Italian deli, fast food, okay, okay, which one's trending more? Okay, what's the trend? It's for Italian delivery. Okay, so if you're a restaurant, maybe it's Italian delivery. If you see yourself as more of a fast food, a deli, but maybe you should focus on Italian delivery because that's what's trending. Okay, so this is how you kind of start with, what are people looking for? And you can keep adding, as you see over here, you can keep adding, add another comparison and add in all sorts of them and see which ones are trending more. So let's drill down here, okay? Let's drill down into Connecticut, okay? Italian delivery, 61%, fast food delivery, 39%. So if you're the Italian deli, okay, you may not want to use fast food delivery as your keyword. Okay, you want to use Italian delivery as your keyword. Okay, and you can see there are all sorts of. You can look at other states, but if we're local, this is what we want to consider. Okay, so let's see if I can get back to my presentation here. Okay. Are you seeing, okay, it says you are sharing your screen. Okay, so let's move on here. Implementation, okay. Can you use Google AdWords and Trends for free? Yes, you can, absolutely. Implementation, okay. Building the landing pages of your website, okay. So as I said earlier, you create a page that's specific, that you're going to use, for example, Italian delivery as your keyword on that page. Okay, now I'm going to show you an example. Again, I'm going to go back to my company. I have a WordPress website, okay, and I've created a specific page for landing on pillows. Search engines results page, SERPs is what they're called, okay. So one of the things and one of the reasons why I like WordPress is because you can use some analytics within the website. In this case, it's a plugin called Yoast. Okay, so the plugin I have on my website tells me how well my content is postured for the keyword. They call it a key phrase. On that content, in that content on that page. So, for example, okay, so this is a great way to understand. Here is my latex foam pillows. Okay, those are my keywords. In this particular piece of software, they analyze all of these things. Internal links, okay. We have internal links, key phrase in the introduction. They know, Yoast, those people, they track what Google does in terms of searching. They know what they're probably one of the best, that they're analyzing how Google is setting up their search criteria. Okay, so key phrase length, good length. Key phrase density, I mentioned this earlier, okay? The focus key phrase is found 11 times, okay? If I had it only in there 2 times, this green little arrow here, okay? Okay, this little green dot would probably be orange or red. See here where I don't have any outbound links. Okay, I need to add some outbound links. That would be to others' websites or other sources of information or experts in that field. You can see here, they make it as simple as we have a little green smiley face up here that my SEO analysis is well done, okay? Meta descriptions, okay? Key phrase or synonym appears in the meta description. Meta description length, previously used key phrase. You've not used this key phrase before. It's not in other content within my website, okay? So it also looks at headings, okay? Image, when you have an image on a website, you can put behind that a description. Google doesn't know what the picture is, but if I put a picture of a pillow up and I tell it it's a latex foam pillow, then Google knows what that is, and it considers that as part of the SEO. The text length, okay, on the page, 765 words, okay? They consider that to be great, okay? If it's only 200 words, maybe not so good, okay? If you had 200 words, but you overloaded it with the key phrase, it's going to tell you that's not a good thing to do, okay? You have to write out the text, make it relevant, okay? Go back to those attributes, make it relevant, okay? Key phrase in the title, okay? We have it in the title. The SEO, whoops, sorry. Whoops, moved on here, sorry. The key phrase slug, that's the thing that you see when you search in Google, okay? So this is a tool that allows us in our website to be able to analyze. It's not telling me, now, and I want to be very clear about this. It's not telling me that the keyword is good or bad, okay? That's done in your research. This is simply telling me that what I chose as a keyword, latex foam pillows, is good, okay? It's good within the context of my website. It has nothing to do with how good or bad those keywords are going to perform. Now, I will tell you, this keyword performs okay for us, okay? It's okay. We get typically, recently, we've been getting an order a day, okay? That's okay. I'm not going to retire a wealthy man on a pillow order a day. I need 10, 20, 100, okay? But what I'm learning, this is critical, what I'm learning is what this data is showing me, okay? Maybe there's a variation of latex foam pillows that I need to go do some more research on, okay? That's where the analytics come in. Yes, the answer to that is, have I used trends? Yes, to pivot my product or service, okay? Yes, I have. Can you use Yoast without WordPress? That's a great question. And I'm not sure, and I don't know. Does Wix or Squarespace have a similar type of analysis within their websites? I don't know. But if you Google it and ask, or if you have a Wix or Squarespace website or another platform that you're using, I would contact them or Google it and see what sort of SEO analysis is within their software. And I do believe, because I'm not an active counselor at SCORE right now, but I do believe, and I had a client who had a Wix or a Squarespace website, that there was some level of SEO analysis within their software, okay? So I'm not 100% sure, but Google it. I do know that Yoast, in terms of a WordPress website, is very good. Okay, so let's move on here. If I can get to it, I will. The landing page. Okay. Analytics, okay? You're looking at my analytics for that page, okay? So, for example, here's my page, latex foam pillows, okay? This is from January to yesterday, okay? So you can see, now what is this telling me? This is a very sawtooth kind of analysis. So I'm getting hits on my website, yeah, 10, 15, you know, this is what I need to work on to drive up. If I drew a trend line, it's probably right somewhere in the middle here. But let me share with you something that I learned not too long ago. Tuesdays and Wednesdays. These are Tuesdays and Wednesdays, okay? People are not searching for me for whatever reason on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. They're searching for me on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, okay? Probably when they have time. These peaks are somewhere in weekends and later in the week, okay? So if I'm gonna run ads, I'm not gonna run them on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I'm gonna shut those ads off. I wanna maximize my return by running them on the days that I know people are looking, okay? So let's look at some of the data. Page views, 671 views, unique page views, 529. How much time are they spending? They're spending 1 minute and 25 seconds when they get to my web page. That's huge. That's excellent, okay? The other thing, and I'm just gonna, because we're coming, it's 10 of, my bounce rate is 53%. So that means half of the people who come in go right back out on the same page, okay? A 50% bounce rate isn't bad, okay? I've had it lower, okay? So another piece of analytics, this tells me when people get to my website, okay, they're coming in through latex foam products, excuse me, latex foam pillows. Okay, this is a firm pillow here, FI. This is a medium density. This is a soft. So you can see that firm tends to get a little more traffic, and I get a little less drop off here. When they go into this channel, they tend to, the medium, they tend to drop off more. And there's more analytics. You know, analytics, again, is a whole subject in and of itself. You know, you can follow where people are coming and going within your analytics. Okay, so in summary, okay, keywords, like I said, they're the fuel that drive people into your website and get them to where you want them, to that relevant content, okay? Laser focused on your customers' needs, okay? You type in, when they type in, they want to land on something that's absolutely relevant, and you can give them that. Keywords are developed and refined over time, okay? It's not a one and done. It's not done in a vacuum, right? This is done over time. Refine, make it better. Utilize SEO tools to optimize content on your site. You can actually go in to some paid services and see what your competitors are using for keywords. SEMrush is one, SEMrush, SpyFu. There are a number. It's just simply Google, you know, keyword tools, and you'll get a bunch of them. And they're kind of pulling what other competitors are using. You can also find out, and I've done this specifically for my website, how much are they spending on social media? How much are they spending on ads? How much of their search is organic? So as you start digging down, you can really get a sense of what your competition is doing with some of these tools. It typically takes 3 to 6 months to get trends, okay? You don't put this up, you don't do all this analysis, put it up and look at it the next day and go, nothing's happening, okay? You got to give it time, Okay, it's a big internet. Test various content combinations, do the A/B testing, okay? Measure the results and learn from the data. Right? As we just looked at my data, okay, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, not a good time for me to be running paid ads, okay? So as they say in the hair industry, in the shampoo industry, rinse and repeat as necessary. Okay? You keep doing this over and over and over again. We'll go back to your competitive strategic advantage. You bring a new tool, you bring a new product or a new service to market. You're back into this all over again. You start all over again. Okay, so so I hope that was helpful. Please, we've got about 6-7 minutes left. Please go ahead and type in some questions and hopefully I can answer them. One is, can you show us your landing page? Let's see if I can do that without messing up here and still have you on the internet. Okay, so, okay. Instead of a landing page, can I just take them straight to the store? Absolutely. Absolutely. But that product page that you have has to answer the question. Okay. Sometimes product pages look like you're just trying to, okay, buy it now. Okay. That's not necessarily the right strategy. You want to give them information. You want to give them something that hopefully will help them. Okay, this is it's a little slow here, but we'll go to my landing store. Instead of a yes, okay, the store is my ultimate goal, right? Absolutely. So here's the landing page, okay? So we talk right off the bat, okay? Pillow made of 100% natural tallow latex foam. Okay, here are the benefits. Okay, I'm giving them a benefit. Okay, oh, gee, maybe I should read that. Okay, it's 100% natural tallow made of. Okay, well, that's good. Okay, so here's the first thing they're going to see, and then they can scroll down and they get more information and so on and so forth. So that is my landing page.
Well, thank you, Bob. That's all the time we have for questions today. And I just wanted to remind everyone that a recording of this webinar and the materials are available within a couple of days on the fairfieldcounty.score.org website. Our next webinar will be at 12 noon Tuesday, June 2nd, and the topic is what you absolutely, positively have to be doing on LinkedIn right now, with Mark Halbert as the presenter. On behalf of SCORE, I'd like to thank everyone for attending today's SCORE Live webinar, and please fill out your evaluations which have been sent to you via email. In closing, I'd just like to thank Bob again for a great presentation. And remember, everyone, for free individual counseling, go to the SCORE website and click on Request a Mentor. Thank you, and everyone have a good day.